So let's talk about how to really do it, how to really eat at Waffle House. I got it in 4 courses. Yeah. Okay. And it needs,
like
obviously we've established. Laundry. It's got to be. Yeah, it is very similar to the French Laundry in some ways, but it's got to be at night. Obviously, if you go during the day, that's fine, and it's cool. A lot of us like Waffle House heads, like we can go during the day and we can still tap into that energy.
Yeah.
But for your first time, you want to go late at night. A lot of people are like, "Oh, you got to be drunk." That part doesn't matter.
No,
it really doesn't.
You don't.
Yeah, you will get into the vibe. They will help you. Okay, they will help you get there. So first course, you gotta have a cup of coffee, and you have a pecan waffle to start out.
Love this move so much.
It's like you kind of start with dessert. And the third rule of first course is don't start shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Because like I said, the people that work there, they're much sweeter than you will ever be in your life, that you could ever hope to be. And their depth of character is deeper than anyone you have ever met or will meet. Okay? That's how they select. They select people from parallel universes that are capable of such vast greatness that they have the depth of soul and will to be like, I could do anything, and I am going to work at Waffle House. Yeah. That's how they are. Every single one of them.
I love this so much. Man.
Yeah.
Hunter, I'm just so on board for this.
So the way you eat a pecan waffle, by the way, it comes with, it's not butter. Let's zoom in here. Yeah. So that is, it is called a whipped spread.
Waffle House brand whipped spread.
Respect Waffle House. It's not butter. It is a whipped spread, but you don't have to be weird about it. Just don't call it. Just don't get stuck on this point. You know what I mean? It's some sort of spread. It's whipped.
Yeah.
Just trust the process a little bit. I don't know what it is.
Like you've gotten this far. Don't be a jerk now.
Yeah, don't be a jerk now. All right. Well, it's got a huge list of ingredients there. Do not read that.
Oh, because I've read it, and I would just say it's got calcium disodium EDTA to protect flavor. It says it right there. So
your flavor is
there
in good hands.
That's the sodium on the wall, right? That's helping you sleep at night.
Exactly.
So you get that out of there. You get that out of that little cup. You got to spread that on every bit of surface area. Nothing can be missed. If you miss, you fail, and then however you evaluate Waffle House will be thrown out. We throw out a lot of Waffle House negativity here on this show. Anyway, so you spread it on all the surface area, and then you have to drown it in maple syrup. And drowning, it has to be drowned. It has to be perfectly just like, it can't look comfortable in there. It has to look like, wow, this is way too much.
To be clear, so your hash browns are smothered and covered, and your waffle is whipped, spreaded, and drowned.
Spreaded and drowned that's what we call it in the Waffle House community. My grandpa, David Donaldson, loved pecan waffles. He was a huge pecan waffle guy. He was a man of taste and flavor to such extent that many times when I was a child, I witnessed this man eat an onion the way you would eat an apple. Okay? And it was amazing to witness. And he was a very great man.
Acquired taste.
You or I do not possess the palate necessary to appreciate all the complex flavor of a fucking dry-ass onion in the middle of the day, okay?
Did you peel it?
He would just sit and peel it. He would just sit at the table. I'd be watching like Nickelodeon or something, and he would just slowly peel an onion.
I just shivered, to be fair.
To bite into it.
Just thinking
my mouth will never cloose again. I think I will never not be shocked by this.
I'm getting like that, like in the back corner of my mouth. Like I feel my mouth buds tensing for the amount of onion flavor your grandfather ate.
Yeah. He used to wear aviator glasses, and he had a bit where he would put them, when I was a child, he would put them on my face all the time, and he just thought that was hilarious. He was a very funny man.
Dude.
Very funny man.
Yeah. Mad respect to Grandpapa Donaldson.
Yeah. Grandpa Dave, good dude. All right, let's talk about the second course.
Yeah.
So
second course, coffee again. We need more coffee.
Yeah.
We're going to have to drink.
Yes.
I mean, it's late. It's like 2 a.m. at this point. I mean, you had the first course at 1.
You drive back to New York later, so you got to be awake.
And then you have your hash browns. Have them however you want. That's the thing nobody says. Everybody's always like, the way I do it is, no. It's about expression. It's about creativity. It's about being yourself. That's why they gave you those options. so you can find out who you really are.
Yeah, right. They're like the palette. You are the painter, right? So
Yeah,
it's like
I've heard it has to do with
AI
like
art.
I've heard it has to do with like the year you're born, what month, etc. That determines how you like your hash brown. But that's some weird Southern shit. Y'all don't need to know about that. But that is
absolutely believe there's like a BuzzFeed article where it's like which hash brown order are you?
Sure, yeah. What
Yeah.
your Waffle House hash brown order says about your potential love life.
Absolutely. And then I got a little picture. I couldn't find a good picture of Casa de Waffle. This is the best picture I could find of Casa de Waffle on the internet. Casa de Waffle, it's a picante sauce. They have been out of it since the pandemic. And if they do not get it back, I might leave the United States. I might not stay. I might revoke my own citizenship if they do not get Casa de Waffle
You might
back.
go to wherever the language Casa de Waffle is from.
Yeah, whatever language that is.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
don't
you have to
know.
find, according to this label, you have to find Senora Jackie.
Yeah, wherever
who's
Senora
the
Jackie
maker
is from.
Of Casa de Waffle.
Yeah, I think there's actually an interesting story behind this salsa, but I did not actually do any of the research for that.
Oh,
But-
Gabe is gonna rip you a new one, dude.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so sorry, Gabe. Gabe, I was up all night.
The first mark
but,
against you from Gabe.
but yeah, Casa de Waffle, it's so good. It is, you put it on the hash browns, it is the hidden final ingredient to any great plate of hash browns is Casa de Waffle.
Just wanted to point out that there is a Spanish word for waffle. I just think that's important to
Yes.
say. They're choosing
Yes.
not to, but
Yeah. Well, I think,
mean,
so it's named after, I think it's named, that might be wrong. Gabe, check me on this. No one else can check, only Gabe. Casa de Waffle, I believe, is what they named the first Waffle House, like in Mexico or in a Spanish-speaking country, which is where I think the person who owned that franchise is the one that came up with Casa de Waffle. That all might just be bullshit, but I think that's right. I
don't hate that.
I vaguely
hate
remember
that at all.
hearing that, is
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
like that.
saying.
I did find a picture of the back label of Casa de Waffle sauce on Twitter. So basically, it's made in the heart of San Antonio, Texas. From
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe, this is, I guess, if it's a Tex-Mex product, it would make sense. It's kind of a hybridization.
yeah,
also,
the Tex-Mex
right?
words. I like it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Does
But it
make
looks like
sense.
it's good. Goes on wraps, cheese, eggs, omelets, Texas
Yes.
melts, world famous hash browns, of course, grilled chicken, hamburgers, steaks, any other Waffle House favorites. So
You could put this
Hamburger
on your
steak.
chocolate chips as
Yeah.
whatever I could. If it's a favorite, I could do it.
express yourself.
You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want at Waffle House.
that's your second course.
Yeah, second course. Also, this is when you could get an entree if you wanted. But my whole thing is, if this is your first time, it is not essential to get an entree at Waffle House. Hash browns, essential. Waffle, essential. Coffee, essential. Casa de Waffle, essential. Everything else, you don't have to do any of that.
What about starting
okay?
shit?
Oh, well, you do not start shit.
Don't start
okay?
shit. Okay.
Just don't. Just do not do that. Third course, have another coffee. It's really late. It's so late.
Yeah.
It's so crazy late. You really need to go home. And I can't believe how far it is back to your place in Brooklyn. But have one more cup of coffee. Just before we go, it's like nobody wants to get back in the car.
Yeah.
Most of this night was the car. So who wants to get back in it? And then your final course is you should go to sleep. After you eat Waffle House, you should immediately go to sleep. This is true across the board. This is why you shouldn't eat there during the day.
Right.
Because it's made... They are assuming when they give you food at Waffle House, they're like, well, obviously you'll be sleeping after this, right? Like, you're not going to,
I
do
love
other
that you
stuff,
have 3
are you?
courses of coffee, and the calorie count of Waffle House is still overpowering it. It's like, well, you're going to nap, though.
It's magical.
Yeah.
I cannot drink coffee at night, but at Waffle House I can because it's like a magic zone where coffee is now rendered ineffective in that way. It's
there's some synergy
about flavor.
between the Casa de Waffle, between the whipped spread. Like it all
Your
plays
body
together
is
really
slowly
well.
shutting down.
Yeah,
is what's
your
happening,
body's
clearly.
like, I don't know what's happening to us, but we need to turn down. Okay, we need to power down.
Yeah.